Hello, I'm Carly Krajack.
And I'm Thomas Colton.
And this is Inventions of the Early 1800s for Dixon's APUSH History. First thing we're going to start out with is Samuel Slater. Samuel Slater has made such a huge impact on U.S. industry that the public is now referring to him as the father of the American Industrial Revolution. He began a business back in 1791, the first successful water-powered textile mill in the country, that sparked a new way of business management and organizational methods that other firms would use for years to come. The firm was built in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and its location became the name of Slater's management style, the Rhode Island system. This system formed around the idea of hiring entire families to work in the mills and creating company stores, schools, and churches so that the people would feel compelled to stay with the firm. Samuel Slater's ingenious system is still used today in 1866 and is one of the most acclaimed and praised methods to ever have been created in American industry.
Next on our list is Eli Whitney. He made a tremendous change in the way that cotton was processed by his invention of the cotton gin. His invention could, with one man and a horse, do more than 50 men with the old machines, or so he claims. An effect of this invention of the cotton gin was that cotton production has doubled over every decade during this century. His invention allowed other textile-related industries and inventions to operate at peak capacity. Our dear friend Eli Whitney also had an amazing effect on inventions during this time by creating a musket with interlocking parts. This revolutionary system allowed users to use different parts so that the entire gun did not have to be replaced. This was adopted by the U.S. government as the standard issue musket of the Army.
Moving on to the 1830s. During the 1830s, one man set out to revolutionize the agrarian culture by creating an invention that would hasten the harvest for farmers around the country. That's right, Cyrus McCormick's mechanical reaper, which we all know and love, was launched in the 1830s and became a mass-produced good. This revolutionary invention enabled farmers to harvest crops with less cumbersome manual labor by being dragged across the ground and cutting and collecting crops. Next on our list is John Deere. Speaking of agricultural advancements, John Deere also made a huge impact when he invented the steel plow in 1837. This wonderful invention made life even easier on farmers because it enabled them to use beasts of burden to plow the fields. The manual labor that was required for farmers prior to the invention was extremely strenuous and led to serious health problems. Thousands of American farmers were grateful to John Deere.
Next up we have Samuel Morse's Telegraph. Do you know where I first heard about all these different inventions? Over the telegraph line.
Oh.
This invention allowed information to travel at the speed of electricity. With information moving so fast, what could possibly stop innovation? In 1861, the transcontinental telegraph was finished, making communication much easier so that it could spread all around the country.
Moving on, the next invention was a sewing machine by Howe, Elias Howe. This was an invention that revolutionized sewing and the textile industry. This invention cut production time for most garments down to 1/8 of what they were in the past. This was the basis for the invention of the modern sewing machine.
Finally, in 1866, a permanent transatlantic cable was placed in the Atlantic. Because communication improved in America due to the telegraph, it was time to move on to international communication improvements. Cyrus Field had this great idea to connect Britain and U.S. with a telegraph line on the Atlantic Ocean floor. He was not very successful with his first attempts, but finally, in 1866, he succeeded with the help of the U.S. and British Navy. This was his 5th try. This is only the beginning of the new and exciting accomplishments that are bound to happen this century.
Mm-hmm. And here's a picture of the wire that great Cyrus Field created in order to put at the bottom of the ocean to link us up. So yeah, there you have it, all of the great inventions of the early 1800s. I'm Carly.
And I'm Thomas.
Have a great day.